Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome live here from Mason, Ohio. We have Week 4 Game of the Week high school football action for you live on CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports. My name is H.A. Ganger with Clayton Weaver, Lakota West, traveling here from Dwyer to Dwyer Field at Atrium Stadium for tonight's broadcast between the Mason Comets and the Firebirds of Lakota West. Mason coming into today's ball game at 2-1 on the season. Lakota West 0-3. Again, I'm here with Clayton Weaver, Roger the Dodger on our camera for recording all of our delayed video action that will be coming your way sometime on our website tomorrow evening, early Sunday morning. Rick will have 3 games to actually process this week. We have the 30-minute clock finally running. We've been in a standstill lightning delay for over, I'm going to say about an hour and a half. We got here, we got set up, and then the lightning and the rain came through. It's not raining anymore. There's some puddles out on the field, but it has cooled down significantly here in Mason, Ohio. Rick and Joe Davis are on the other channel for the McLean Tigers and Wilmington Hurricane game, which is at 7-0 right now. Wilmington in the lead with 8:29 to play in the first quarter. That game is also on a delay, so Rick and Joe are about to go off the air for a certain period of time to kind of refresh things, and then they'll make their way over back on the air whenever they let us know. But we'll be keeping you posted on this channel, the Mason Lakota West game, for their updates as well. I've just texted Rick and told Rick that we are live, in fact, here from Atrium Stadium. Dwyer Field, perfect site for a high school football game. This is like a college football type stadium here, Clayton. I mean, the facilities here in Mason are just bar none.
Yeah, this is the kind of facility that every school wants. They have their girls' fast pitch, their baseball field connected. They have their old football field connected, I'm sure, for junior high at least, or for their freshman teams. And like you said, this venue looks like at least a small college stadium.
Yeah.
So, we're excited about being here. It's a beautiful night now. The weather has cooled down, so we're looking for a great game tonight from a Mason team that has played some tough people, and so has Lakota West. They have played a murderous schedule starting off, and they're a team that lost some kids from last year, so, we'll see what happens tonight.
And, we're talking about being here at Atrium Stadium. This is the second straight year that we have actually been here at Atrium Stadium. The first year was obviously last year when Mason took on the Coleraine Cardinals in a titanic struggle there that was a very good defensive battle. Coleraine ended up pulling that game out 21-16. That video is available for on-demand viewing pleasure on our CampusNation.com website. So tonight, again, Mason coming in at 2-1 following their first loss of the season on Sunday, September the 11th, when they played Moeller at Moeller, losing 17-14. The first 2 games, they beat Springboro 28-14 here at home, and then we're at Withrow in week number 2, beating them 48-6. And again, the loss on Sunday to Cincinnati Archbishop Moeller, 17-14. A 3-point game to a team from Moeller who, in the years past and now in the present, they have always been one of the powerhouses here in Ohio State, or Ohio High School Athletic Association football.
Yeah, Moeller has always been the king, all the way from the early 70s, all the way till now. I remember when I was at Troy in 72, who did we play? Moeller.
Right.
And in 85 when Troy went to the regionals, who did they play? Moeller. So, they've been king of the hill. But I'll tell you, this Mason program has been on the upswing. For the last 5-6 years, you have seen Mason in the playoffs quite a few times. Lakota, what can you say? Lakota West and East, they have a lot of kids to choose from. 2,500 students apiece. But in the schedule that they play, I mean, they lost to Moeller 47-14, Centerville 52-35 with a bunch of turnovers, and then of course they lost to state-ranked number 1 Wayne 51-7, and Wayne is in an elite class all by themselves.
Oh, yeah.
with a lot of teams around the state. So both teams have something to prove tonight. Lakota that, hey, we're better than that. Mason that, hey, we're gonna keep getting better than that.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% there. And Lakota West obviously down from years past. Last year they went 7-3. They were 6-1 in the GMC. Mason, they were 8-3, 6-1 in the GMC. They lost to Springboro in the first round of the playoffs, 42-21. A game in which you mentioned to me on our way up here that they were favored to win last year. And it was just kind of a heartbreaker there for Lakota West. They had the same record last year as Mason did in the GMC. 7-3, finishing the year 6-1 in the GMC. Only had one loss, and it's a heartbreaker not to be able to get into that playoff spot. And then Mason got in, and you didn't even play Mason last season.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those tough, heartbreaking things. And I know last year Mason lost to a very good Coleraine football team that ended up doing some big things last season as well. But it's just one of those things. It's just how the cookie crumbles, how it all falls into place. And it just seemed like last year for Lakota West, a great season, and they just could not get in that playoff hump. And this year they've started out, like you said, in a struggle, losing to 3 tough top-tier teams, losing to Moeller, and then falling to 2 GWalk teams in Centerville and Wayne. And obviously Wayne being number 1, we'll see them take on Beaver Creek on the 7th of October here on Campus Nation. Again, for those people who were looking for the broadcast of Lebanon and Beaver Creek, we were not able to do the broadcast at Lebanon tonight due to limited resources and a television station doing the broadcast there from Lebanon, Ohio. But Rick Phillips has put the link to that game, that television broadcast, on our website for your viewing pleasure. So if you would like, you can go over there and flip onto that. Again, Rick and Joe there in Greenfield McLean have went off the air. They are in a weather delay. We've been in a weather delay for about an hour and a half, waiting on this game and the teams to come out and start warming up. And they are now on the field, 17 minutes, 25 seconds and counting, running off the clock. Now, we don't know if that's the warm-up time or if that is going to be the time when the game starts. But I honestly think that is probably going to be the time the game starts when the clock runs out. So about 17 minutes, so we'll kick off here around, I'm going to say 8:25, 8:30-ish here from Atrium Stadium. Now, getting into this a little bit more here, the remaining schedules for both teams. It was kind of hard to find some information on these teams this week. We're going to do the best that we can to make the game enjoyable for everybody. We always try to do that here at Campus Nation. And me and Clayton, the last couple of weeks, we've been spot on with Wilmington games and Beaver Creek games. So we hope that you all enjoy the broadcast of this Week 4 Game of the Week action that we were able to bring to you thanks to the Mason Athletic Program here in Mason, Ohio. For Mason, their remaining games, next Friday night they're at Hamilton, followed by on the 30th at Coleraine. And then October the 7th, they're here back at home against Fairfield. October the 14th, they're at Lakota East. October the 21st, they play Princeton here at home. And to close out the year on the 28th of October, they're at Sycamore. Lakota West, they've got a kind of a grind going on here towards the end of the year. They play Mason, obviously, here tonight. Next week, they're back at home against Fairfield. On the 30th, they are at Princeton. On October the 7th, they play Oak Hills at home. And then 2 straight road games on the 14th and 21st. On the 14th, they're at Middletown. On the 21st, they're at Coleraine. And to close the year out, as always, against Lakota East. So a tough schedule for this Lakota West team who's rebuilding from their successes. The clock has gone up to 21 minutes. So again, probably around 8:30 kickoff is what we're going to be looking at. We were scheduled for a 7 o'clock kickoff here on Campus Nation, but we're going to get underway around 8:30, about 20 minutes now away from getting this game going. And I know I'm excited for Week 4 Game of the Week action. I know you're excited. It's a football stadium, probably a football stadium you haven't really been to before. Clayton, just what's going through your head right now being here at Atrium Stadium?
Well, I think it's a great opportunity for all of us to watch this game tonight. As Mason, what a program, and they have great facilities. Lakota, great facilities over there also, both Lakotas, when they split that school. So you have huge schools playing each other, great athletes. And so, even though Lakota appears to be down now, they can get hot. They could go 6-4 and still make the playoffs, because of the strength of their schedule. Mason, the same way. They go 8-2 or 7-3 with the schedule they play. You're looking at playoffs, and you're going to see some of the names out here on this field in small college and major college football, in the next few years. That's just the kind of programs that they are and the numbers of kids that they have. So this is I think the crowd's very excited. The student body for Mason couldn't wait to get out here. They were busting at the door. So, there's going to be a lot of enthusiasm tonight, and hopefully this Lakota crowd will have something to cheer about also. And I'm sure that they're helpful because of the schedule they've played. It's always about that. And it also shows how strong the GWalk is getting.
Yeah.
With Centerville and Wayne, you're talking about a couple schools that can take on anybody. It used to be the Cincinnati area ruled, but now it's stretching on up north to great football. So that's kind of what we have here tonight. In about 20 minutes, we're going to have the kickoff. And, I'm hoping it's a wide open game.
Yeah.
From what I understand, Mason, they like to throw the ball. Lakota, I'm not sure. They have a senior quarterback, so we'll see what happens.
It'll be a big senior quarterback, a lot of good running backs on this Lakota West team as well that we were talking about before we went on the air. Obviously, the quarterback, Tony White III, big game so far in the first three. Just, their defense honestly isn't helping them out. And like you said, they've had some turnovers against teams like Centerville. That really hurt them. They were right in that Centerville game too, Clayton. And you were talking to the assistant coaches earlier. They said they had a lot of turnovers and miscues on special teams.
Yeah, they basically gave 17 points, and you can't do that to a Centerville team. All right, you can't give it to any of these teams that are in that upper echelon. So when you do that, though, that means special teams, that means young players, and that means that hopefully they're going to get better and progress. And when you play good teams like this, you go one of two ways. You don't improve, or, hey, they make you better.
Right.
So Lakota is hoping that they make them better. Mason, solid program. They're ready to take on anybody, and they have. And so, that makes for a good football game. Lakota does, they have something to prove. They're hungry, and Mason, they just want to keep it going.
Yeah, and just a note here, these two teams, they play a couple years and then they play off. So they did not play last season, but in the last 5 meetings, I did do my research on that. The last 5 meetings, in 2009, Lakota West beat Mason 45-13. In 2010, Mason won 19-12. In 2012, Lakota West won 30-13. In 2013, Lakota West won 37-23, and Mason won in 2014 23-7. They obviously didn't play last year. You do have a couple write-ups here, Clayton. Go ahead and give me the rundown on your write-ups that you found on the internet.
Well, on Robinson, the senior tailback for Lakota last week, he had a game-high 329 all-purpose yards. He had 152 yards rushing on 18 carries, 141 yards on kick returns, and so, this guy played some football last week.
And it's crazy to think that he had all those numbers and they still weren't able to, that was actually the game at Centerville. They still weren't able to just pull away and beat Centerville in that game.
Well, when you have turnovers, it's kind of like the Vandalia game we saw last week.
Mm-hmm.
Wilmington, turnovers. And then two, special teams, 2 run backs all the way for touchdowns. Same thing happened to Lakota down at Centerville. It's hard to beat good teams when you don't have good special teams play. Tonight, the field's going to be a little slick. It's going to be a little treacherous out there. Receivers falling down, backs losing their grip. So it's going to be interesting who can take care of the ball. Above all, and to see if Mason can get their passing game going. This field is beautiful, though, and it looks like it drains well, except on the 20-25-yard line down here on Mason's end right now. There are a few wet spots, but hopefully those will dry up and we'll have a great game. But running the ball might be a little more advantageous early on.
Yeah. The coin toss just went down on midfield. Lakota West won the coin toss, deferred in the second half, so Mason will receive to begin our ball game when we get kicked off here in about 14 minutes, 45 seconds, and they'll be going left to right on your computer screens, iPads, tablets, anything and everything that you're listening to us on here tonight. Again, we are live here from Mason, Ohio for Week 4 High School Football Game of the Week action only on CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports. I'm A.J. Ganger with Clayton Weaver and Roger the Dodger Thompson on our camera, as always, giving you all the pretty views out there. Stay tuned to the website for our next broadcast schedules. We are getting into Wilmington College broadcasts now. They will kick off tomorrow night from Townsend Field at Williams Stadium, as Wilmington will welcome in the Cardinals of Otterbein for their yearly night game. there from Wilmington, Ohio, as the Quakers take on Otterbein. 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock kick. Don't forget to check that action out. You can listen to the audio live on campusnation.com with delayed video to the next day. And also, you can go on to Boxcast via wilmingtonquakers.com to click on that and view that game live with Rick Phillips and Joe Davis giving you the call tomorrow night. Clayton has his wife's birthday, and I'm going to Ann Arbor. So we will not be anywhere near Wilmington tomorrow afternoon.
Now let's stack up the importance on that, AJ. I know that Michigan game means a lot, but you know, I mean, come on now, can it compare to a wife's birthday? I don't know.
I don't think so.
From my point of view, okay.
But it is kind of like a birthday present for me.
Okay. Well, as long as you can pay the parking fees up there, you'll be fine. So
right.
There you go.
Again, we're about 13 minutes away here live from Dwyer Field at Atrium Stadium. Mason, Ohio. Earlier, before it got dark outside, I was going to have Roger zoom in over there to where you can see Drop Zone and all the other roller coasters over at Kings Island across the way, we're in the visitors press box facing the home press box, so you can see the light on the tower of Drop Zone right straight ahead of us. We're actually on the 50-yard line, in between the 50 and 40s, which is a very great view. They got the video board running down there on the left side of the stadium with the scoreboard and the clock. Also, the Premier Health building on the left side of the stadium, which is, again, this is just fabulous facilities here in Mason, Ohio. We are very grateful to the Mason athletic staff for allowing us to come in here and invade their visitors press box for the second straight year to do a broadcast here live on campusnation.com. You did have a little bit of a write-up press release here, preview for this ball game, so I'll go ahead and get this underway. This week, Lakota West face off against Mason on Friday night, with the two teams stumbling in and off losses. Both Mason and Lakota West will be hungry for a win. There's no need to mince words. Lakota West lost to Wayne last week, and it lost bad. The score wound up at 51-7. The team got a solid performance out of their sophomore running back, Jalen Swanson. It wasn't enough for the win. As for Mason, it was close but not close enough as it fell 17-14 Archbishop Moeller. Moeller was expected to win. It's ranked 9th in the state in many places ahead of Mason, but it was still a bitter blow. After their loss, Mason dropped to 2-1 and dropped Lakota West to 0-3. We will see which team manages to turn its luck around when they battle it out this week and tonight here on campusnation.com. Nice little write-up from maxpreps.com. That's a very good write-up from Max Preps. Most of them is just this team played this team scored this, and this team scored that on Max Preps. But that's a very, very detailed, write-up there. Anything else that you want to go ahead and lay out there? We got still 10 and a half minutes to go until we kick this one off.
I think we might get a surprise tonight. I think, from talking to the coaches over at Lakota, who were very friendly to talk to me tonight, I think that they're going to come. They're coming out fired up. They realize that if they're going to turn their season around, this is a game that can do it. I mean, the amount of computer points that are at stake tonight, it's huge. And plus the fact that the teams that they played are going to continue to feed them computer points all season long. Same way with Mason. When you play the kind of schedules that these schools do, like that Wayne plays, like Centerville plays, even Northmont, who just absolutely thrashed Vandalia, a team that we were impressed with last week that beat Wilmington. So, it just kind of all goes on, and week by week, the playoffs loom larger and larger. And so who you play matters, and how well you play matters also. So anyways, we're looking for a great game here tonight. The air is cooled off, like I said. I don't think that dehydration is going to be a problem tonight. These guys are going to be full bore, and I can tell you right now, the players are chomping at the bit to get out there. They've waited long enough. The anticipation is killing them, so they really want to get out there and play.
Yeah, we were looking down at the locker rooms before the teams came out on the field. They still had a few minutes waiting around, and they were just chomping at the bit to get down here on this field to be able to play this ball game. The officials are down there warming up. We've got Mason and Lakota running through their offensive sets. It looks like Lakota's, they spread out the field. 4 wide receivers. Quarterback's going to drop back, throw some slant passes, it looks like, over the middle. Tony White.
6'3", 206, so he can see above the line.
He's a big quarterback, and he's a mobile quarterback, too. If he can't find a receiver down the field, he is going to probably take off and run with the ball. I do not blame him at all. Mason, they're a different kind of style. They do run a pistol set offense, but we've seen them line up under center last year quite a bit and give the ball off to guys like Michael Kay, to guys like number 21 Sora. Those guys kind of chewed up the ground against Coleraine last season. Now they're back out here this year. But I will say the quarterback, number 15 Preston Hutcherson, he can use his receivers well. He can read the defenses. He can throw off through his tight ends, do the checkdowns. He just rolled out there, threw it off to his receiver. He's a very, very poised quarterback back there in the pocket. It doesn't seem like that he tippy-toes around a lot. If he's going to throw the ball, he's going to find the exact player to get it to, and he's not going to make very many mistakes down the field.
Well, Mason, they have an experience factor going for them. As far as competition, they're equal. Lakota, I think ball control is going to be the secret to them tonight. They're going to want to keep the Mason offense off the field. It's a very potent offense. Yes, they played a close game with Moeller last week, but I'll tell you what, they are explosive. And last year they scored a lot of points. Lakota, I'm guessing that most of their youth is on the side of the offense.
Yeah.
And so, therefore, if they can run the ball, establish a few first downs at first, get an early score, that's going to be the key. Last week it was the same way. Wilmington didn't get the early scores, and Vandaya's size and athleticism took over. Same way when Vandaya played Northmont this last Thursday. My goodness, the athleticism on Northmont's side of it, they got an early lead, and they made it stick. So tonight it's going to be Lakota trying to get that early score and shut down, the Mason Comets. Turnovers again, of course. Here we are in week 4, though, and those turnovers should be, being less. There should be less of that. Better special teams play. We are a month into the season. We'll find out.
Penalties. I mean, I don't know how many penalties that me and you have seen over the first 3 weeks of this high school football season. It drives coaches crazy. Week 1, okay, get those nerves out, get those jitters out, that's fine. Week 2, it becomes a little more annoying, and then once you get into week 3 and stuff, and it just keeps on happening, that's when it really starts bugging the coaches. So now in week 4, you're almost halfway through the season. Those little mistakes, those penalties and turnovers that you're starting to get, you need to be able to limit those. And I mean, like we said, Lakota West has given up a lot of points off turnovers this season. Tonight, they're definitely going to have to limit that because Mason's offense and defense is going to definitely take advantage and try to get a lot of points off of turnovers. Mason, they need to control the game tonight. That's one of the keys that I think, they need to have. They need to control the game, control the clock, and control field position. But also, when they're down inside the red zone and when they have their opportunities, you need to put up 6 points instead of 3. That's every game that anybody plays. They need to be able to just pound the ball down the throats of this young Lakota West defense. And also Lakota West, like you said, they need to score first. They need to score fast. They need to get a stop on defense when they first come out. They need their offense to come out explosively down the field. Honestly, if Lakota West gets up by 2 touchdowns or more, we may be looking at one of the biggest shockers of the year so far.
It would be a true shocker, no doubt about it. It would send shockwaves through the league, and it would also be interesting for the playoff points. But Lakota, this is a shot in the arm. This is their chance. This is week 4. They're 0-3, and so if they're going to make a move, this is a game they're going to make a move on right here. And this is a game that hey guys, you're young sophomores, you're young juniors, you haven't played a lot, but now is the time to step up. As for Mason, hey, they got a senior ball team, they got a lot of good players, and you know what? Now is their time. So, you got 2 teams that are playing from a little bit different perspective, and that makes for a good game. And I'm hoping that Lakota will come out fired up. And then Mason, of course, will show their skill, and we'll see a great game. Contrasting sides here. But Lakota, it's definitely important for them to stay away from the turnovers, because Mason, as an experienced team they are, with the athletes they have, they're gonna make them pay.
Yeah.
And we've seen it the last couple weeks. We've seen it time and time again, where especially in high school football, it is hard to come back from turnovers and kickoff returns for touchdowns and things like that. That especially against the kind of competition we're talking about with these teams.
Again, Rick Phillips and Joe Davis over in Greenfield McLean. They will be back on the air at 8:35 p.m. to resume action there in Greenfield. Again, 8:35 p.m. Getting the announcements going now. Lakota West coming to their sideline after doing their prayer, and Mason will be coming out of the helmet down there in the left corner of the left end zone. They did take the inflatable down during the rainstorm, and they pumped it back up. We're about 2 minutes 41 seconds away from getting things kicked off down there. The fluorescent green and orange and pink colors of the student section for Lakota, or for Mason, over on the far side. Lakota West student section down here to our far right. We've got 2 minutes 20 seconds to go until we get this game finally kicked off after a very, very long rain delay. And now we're going to pause for the singing of our national anthem. We are ready, ladies and gentlemen. The Mason Comets getting ready to take the field. Week 4 high school football game of the week action. Live only on CampusNation.com. The Sports Animal, your home for high school and college sports. I'm AJ Ganger with Clayton Weaver and Roger the Dodger Thompson on our camera, getting all your delayed video action tape for you tonight. Again, Week 4 high school football action, Dwyer Field at Atrium Stadium. The Mason Comets getting ready to take the field and run out of the Go Comets banner. Lakota West wearing their away uniforms all white with red trim, numbers on their shoulders and on their chests. And here comes the Mason Comets. White helmets with the red W looking like Wisconsin.
Carrying 2 American flags. We appreciate that.
And the Mason Comets will be wearing their home uniforms all green with white trim, white around the shoulder pads, white helmets with the green Mason logo on each side with the green stripe down the middle. 12 minutes is finally on the clock. When the teams clear the field, we'll be ready for high school football action here from Atrium Stadium, Dwyer Field in beautiful Mason, Ohio.
AJ, I think the anticipation has got me down.
Alrighty.
We weren't sure we were going to have football tonight, folks, but, you know, the weather's cleared, and the thunder and the lightning are gone. Everybody here is anticipating this game and we're going to have some fun. So just sit back and enjoy and go along with us.
Well, Newing will be in to kick this one off again, going right to left. Mason will be receiving from right or left to right. Going back to receive the kickoff, looks like we've got Michael Kay, number 4 for the Mason Comets. Also with him, number 80, Cameron Buford. So Buford and Michael Kay. His last name is very hard to say, ladies and gentlemen, so I apologize, and we were going to just call him Michael Kay for the rest of the game. And number 5, Will Newen, in to kick this one off. Crowd going wild on their feet. We're ready for Friday night high school football. The whistle is blown. The kick, and we are underway. Nice deep kick. Buford fields from the goal line, and it's an automatic touchdown or touchback.
Touchback.
So Mason will come out. First down and 10 on their own 20-yard line. Now in college, they start on the 25. That rule will happen a few years ago, so we'll be able to see this Mason Comet offense step on the field first. We'll have Preston Hutchinson bringing the crew out onto the field. The whistle is blown. Both teams waiting to come out on the field now.
I don't know what the students got going over there, but it's awful smoky.
Yeah, they got some color powder, it looks like. 10 seconds now on the play clock. Both teams need to get this play ran up. The official saying, please reset the play clock. Here we go, 1st and 10. Pistol set for Hutchinson. Michael Kay behind him. One receiver, far side left. Takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Mike Scora. Scora with a nice run out across the 25 and gets down to the 28-yard line. A nice pickup of 8 on first down. Just handed it right to the back to his left side.
Little misdirection thing there. Good blocking.
8-yard gain for Sora. And we've got a 2nd down and 2 for the Mason Comets.
I'm sure this is the way they want to, this is what they want on first down.
Mason breaks the huddle. Hutcherson will be under center, ace set, single back, 2 receivers near side right, 1 far side left. Sora goes in motion, takes the snap, he's going to hand it off to Michael Kay up the middle, he's got a big hole, 35, and dragged down right at the 41-yard line. Nice burst of speed by Michael Kay, number 4.
Buzz Krogan, 72 for Mason, sprung him loose. Great block.
1st and 10 for the Comets. Ball on their own 41-yard line after the big run by Michael Kay. Pistol set for Hutchinson. 1 receiver, far side left, 2 near side right in the pistol set. Hutchinson takes it, just back to pass. He's looking left, throws it, it's completed to number 88, Christian Hutchinson. And he gets out for a nice gain of around 7.
6'4", 200-pound. 6'4", 200-pound senior.
Mason gets it out to the 40. No flag. There was a penalty flag on the far side. Umpire waves it off. The ball will be on the Mason 48 after the gain of 7. 2nd down and 3 for the Comets.
The experience shows for Mason right now. They look like a well-oiled machine. Good up front blocking.
Mason breaks the huddle, comes out. Under center, Hutchison, tight set, single back. 1 receiver, far side left. Fake jet sweep. Now the counter play, nice counter. And this one's going nowhere. Number 30 on the carry, James Grace for the Comets. He's going to actually lose a yard back to the 47.
That's who got him too.
94.
Yep. Stephen Fauché, 6'4", 248. He is a sophomore, and I'll tell you what, he broke through the line and made a man of a play there.
First 3rd down we've seen here, 3rd and 4. Mason needs to get it to the Lakota West 49 for a first. Under center, Hutchison takes it, play action, rolling, looking, has a man wide open, gets it to a first down. Mason and Moore caught by number 9, Austin Corey, and he's into Firebird territory, tackled at the 35.
Hutchison looks like he knows what he's doing. I tell you, they are a well-oiled machine. They are moving down the field with ease right now. Lakota had one good stop there, but they're going to have to, rush the passer.
I told you he was a very experienced quarterback there in the pregame, too.
Yep, he knows what he's about.
One receiver, far side left in the pistol set, Hutchison. And he's going to get the counter play. Michael Kay's got a hole, broke a couple tackles, and spun down across the 30. He's brought down at the 28-yard line. Nice pickup on first down for Michael Kay. We'll call it a 7, second down and 3.
I like the sure handoffs. I like his pinpoint passing so far. This is a team that, if they keep a hold of the ball, they're tough.
Two receivers lined up near side right. One will be far side left in the pistol set is Hutchinson. Michael Kay behind him. Sora comes in motion. Fake jet sweep. Back to pass. Hutchinson finds nobody. Takes off and run. First down and more. Hutchinson inside the 10, where he's finally brought down at the 8-yard line. First down and goal for Hutchinson. Nice run. Nice job to realize, well, I'm under pressure. There's nobody open, and just pull it down and run.
The offensive line stood their blocks and gave him a nice hole to run through. And, as an experienced quarterback, he took off.
First and goal from the 7. Hutchinson in the pistol. Sora the lone back. Michael Kay on his right. One receiver near side left. Sora's going to get the handoff on first and goal. Spun off a tackle and bullied his way into the end zone for a Mason Comet 7-yard touchdown. Mike Sora.
Opening drives don't get much better than that.
On Mason's first drive of the ball game, they drive 80 yards down the field and get the touchdown.
Good up front blocking. Good up front blocking.
A timeout on the field, an injured player down here. Sora looked like a man possessed. He broke at least 3 tackles and nearly dragged the defender into the end zone with him. Lakota's number 29, Andrew Whitaker, is down on the 5-yard line right now for the Firebirds. Laying on his back.
That was an impressive drive right off the bat.
That's what they needed to do.
Yeah, Lakota's going to need to answer very quickly.
I don't think they're going to be able to stop this offense.
I'll tell you what, their up front blocking is very impressive right off the get-go. I mean, they owned the line of scrimmage.
8 minutes and 43 seconds to play in our first quarter. Mason up 6-0, pending the point after touchdown, where we have an injured player again. Whitaker for Lakota West down on the field.
Hutchison, 6'2", 195. He's a senior, and he sure acted like it.
Yeah, very poised in the pocket on that drive, and again on that play where he got the nice run down to the 7 to set up that touchdown play. I mean, very experienced, very calm. Man.
He's up.
Walking off the field under his own power.
No, 25, excuse me. It wasn't 29, it was 25.
Elijah Matthews was down. He'll have to come out. No, you're all right. Mason will line up like they're going to go for 2. Now they're going to come out.
No, they're just going to reset for the kick.
Kicker is number 28, Andrew Holler. The holder is number 20, Aaron Caricias. Snap is down, kick is up and over in, and right down Broadway she goes. 8:43 left to play in the first. The Common strike first, 7-0. You're listening to Week 4 Game of the Week high school football action on CampusNation.com, the sports animal. Your home for high school and college sports. Tonight, again, we are live here from Atrium Stadium in beautiful Mason, Ohio. We were unable to bring you Beaver Creek at Lebanon due to limited resources there in Lebanon, but next week, Kettering Fairmont is the site for week number 5. Halfway through the high school football season already, as the Beaver Creek Beavers will take on the Firebirds of Kettering Fairmont next Friday night. We'll have that action as well as Wilmington at Hillsboro. Again, Rick and Joe Davis should be back on the air over on the other channel with Wilmington and Greenfield McLean. And Wilmington was up 7-0 before they went into their delay. Back to receive the kickoff for the Firebirds, number 1, Xavier Peters, and number 4, Zawin Robinson. Holler will kick it off. There's the whistle, the hands up, and the kick is deep. Robinson is going to field it from the 1. He's out across the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25. And Robinson, he's got one man to beat. It's the kicker. He breaks it. And Robinson is going to go 99 yards for a Lakota West touchdown. No penalty flags on the field. And just like that, Lakota West answers.
He saw the opening about the 30-yard line, AJ. He saw it, and he took it. He had one man to beat, and he did.
He was untouched. 99 yards for Robinson to Pater on the kickoff.
You okay, Roger? Roger's got palpitations on that one. That was an exciting run, and that is exactly what Lakota West needed to get back in this ball game.
Will Noon in to kick the PAT for the Firebirds to tie this one up. Snap, hold, kick, up and over in, right down the middle. 8:27 to play in the first quarter. Firebirds 7, Comets 7. 99 yards, Clayton.
I thought he was probably going to touch it back. The ball fell a little bit short on the 1. And, he just had a line that lined up there for him, and he saw the opening at about the 30-yard line and took it all the way. He had one man to beat. That was no problem. He had one man from behind that might have touched his shoe, and that's about it. So, Lakota's back in the game. They're back in the game. And, momentum is on their side. So, in this game tonight, that was probably about as important as anything that's going to happen for them. But Mason, I guarantee you, that hasn't happened too many times.
Michael Kay and Cameron Buford will be back to receive the kickoff from Noon. Wow. We're going to have a great ball game tonight.
Well, we waited for a while, but it was worth it, wasn't it?
All the lightning must have charged both of these teams in this crowd here at Atrium Stadium.
Well, I think we saw, 92 last week, AJ?
92 and 94.
Yeah, so we saw 99 tonight.
7-7 there in McLean right now. There's the kickoff. It's a low line drive kick. Buford will field this one from the 3. Let's see if he goes back. 20. And brought down at the 25-yard line is Cameron Buford.
Good coverage, and Lakota's pumped. They're ready to play.
But their defense was just out on the field not too long ago, too. So they're going to have to, get back into this one and be able to put a stop to this very, very good, well-oiled machine of a Mason offense.
They need a 3-and-out. A 3-and-out, get some field position, and then really see what their offense can do against this well-experienced Mason team.
1st and 10 for Mason coming out from the sideline on their own 25-yard line. Hutchinson will line up under center. One receiver near side left. They're kind of in a wing T. Man goes in motion. And the counter play to Sora. It's a big one. He's out to the 35. Cuts it up 40 and dragged out of bounds. Good tackle there by number 4, Robinson, on the far side.
Sora has quick feet. He has quick feet. He runs behind his blocking very well.
1st down and 10. Nice run by Sora of 19 yards out to the 44. Pistol set on 1st and 10. One receiver lined up on each side. Michael Kay, the tailback behind Hutchinson, takes the snap. Straight pass. Gets it completed. And out close to another Mason 1st down. Pass completed to number 9, Austin Corey. He gets it into Firebird territory at the 45. They're going to give him the 1st down. So it's a 1st and 10 from the Firebird 45.5-yard line. Under 8 minutes to play first quarter. We're tied up 7-7. Mason breaks the huddle. 8 seconds to get a play off here. Single back set. One receiver, far side left. 3 on the play clock. Takes a snap at 2. Michael Kay is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Good job by the nose tackle.
69.
Number 69. I think it was 68. Alex Fenton.
Mason's going to have to cover the off-tackle plays and the sweeps outside. Sora, he seems to be able to pick his way through about anything, and he has some good upfield blocking.
2 receivers, far side left, pistol set. Hutchinson, play action, rolling to his left, firing, completes to Sora on the far side, and he's ran out of bounds at the 35-yard line, and it's another Comet first down. So you get stuffed, you do a little bit of a play action, and you can pick up a first down. Not bad.
Again, they're not covering the outside. They're beating them to the punch on the outside. They're getting 1 or 2 blockers out there, pulling guards, and they're making them pay.
6:57 left to play here in the first. Mason in the huddle, getting the play in. Hutchinson brings the troops out. 13 on the play clock. Pistol set. Soares lined up on his left with Michael Kay, the tailback behind him, and 1 receiver far side left. Takes a snap. Another counter play to Michael Kay this time, and he's only going to get 2 out to the 33. It seems like Sora is getting better looks right now than Michael Kay is running up the middle. On this last drive, Michael Kay had a couple big runs, but this Mason defense is kind of locked in on him, which has given the counter play to Sora, better looks.
Well, the 2 times that their quarterback has went out wide, Hutchinson, he seems to throw the ball well on the run.
Hutchinson takes a snap from the pistol, fires, completes
Nice
to
catch.
Corey.
Nice catch.
Nearly dropped it, though. Gets across the 30-yard line down to the 27. It'll be a 3rd down and short.
Austin Croy seems to be a favorite receiver right now.
Yeah. 3rd and 2, it looks like. Need to get it down to their Firebird 25-yard line for a first down. We're halfway through our first quarter of play here from Dwyer Field at Atrium Stadium, Mason, Ohio. Mason breaks the huddle. 1 receiver far side left, pistol set. Michael Kay behind Hutchinson. Takes a snap, hands it to Michael Kay on the left, and he stopped just short of the first down, got a yard. It's 4th and a yard from the 26. What do you do, Clayton? You kick it?
I tell you, with that offensive line, I'm going. I'd run, with Eric Miller, 6'6", 245 on the right side. Although they have been pitching to the left side with some success.
It'd be about a 43-yarder if they did kick it from here.
Well, from when I saw him kick that extra point, he looked like he had plenty of foot, that's for sure.
They're going to go for it, maybe draw him off.
Yeah.
1 receiver near side right, under center Hutchinson. They're going to go for it. Michael Kay nearly got stuffed in the backfield, but he gains 2 yards out to the 24-yard line. Big tackle from number 77, which is not listed on the Firebird roster.
Lakota has the size up front to stop the run up the middle. Do they have the quickness to cover the corners? And they haven't yet.
1st and 10 from the 24. 1 receiver near side right, pistol set. The counter play again to Sora. Juking 2 guys, juking 3 guys, still on his feet. And Sora breaks free of everybody and gets down inside the 10-yard line. It looked like a run by Davion Smith.
Great balance. This kid's tough to bring down. He's a tough one. You're going to have to make sure that you wrap him up.
Junior, 5'11", 200 pounds, and he uses all of his body to pick up a first down to the 9-yard line. 1st and goal for the Mason Comets in the huddle. Breaks the huddle. Hutchinson will be in the pistol. Soares on his right. Corey is lined up over here near side right as a receiver. The handoff goes to Michael Kay. Busting his way. Down inside the 3.
Good surge of the line. Almost carried him into the end zone.
Got it down to the 2-yard line. Will be second down and goal for the Comets.
You've got to be impressed with the Comets, blocking up front.
Yes. Very veteran offensive line, pushing back the D-line from Lakota. Second and goal from the 2. Quick out of the huddle here. 2-back set. The pitch to Sora, and he's going to just spin his way into the end zone for his second touchdown of the game. Touchdown, Mason Comets.
Well, Mason came back from that kickoff in impressive fashion, marched right down the field. Same kind of offensive sets that they did the first time, and they're pretty much telling Lakota, stop us.
Yeah.
Okay? Stop it.
They went 80 yards on their first drive, and now a 75-yard drive here. Took a lot of time off the clock as well. Looking like they're going to go for 2. They did this last time. A lot of teams have been doing this not only in high school but in college. And here they go. They're going to line it up to kick it through. Number 28, Holler, in to kick it. And number 20, Matt Cerislas, will be in to hold. I apologize if I'm butchering that name. Snaps down. Kick is up, end over end, and he has enough leg down the middle. 3:28 to play in the first quarter. Mason 14, Lakota West 7. And do you believe this? Lakota West offense has not even had a single play.
No, they haven't. It's been, that rare time where, a run back, and that's it. Sandwiched between 2 impressive Mason drives. They got to figure out a way how to cover 21. Obviously, this kid has got great balance, knows how to read his blocks, and their quarterback, very cool customer back there. So they're going to have to, defensively do some different things, some different stunts, and some different blitzes at inopportune times for them. They're going to have to change up some things, or Mason is just going to keep doing what they do best.
Robinson and Peters back to receive the kickoff here from Holler. He kicked off from the right hash last time. He's going to kick off from the left hash now. Maybe that'll make a difference. But as you notice, Robinson went from being on the left side last time, now moved over to the right side.
I predict this kick goes right.
Holler kicks it deep. They're going to give it to Robinson again, this time from the 4. Across the 10, the 15. Robinson makes one man miss, 2-man miss. He's going 40, 45, and is shoved out of bounds at the 49-yard line. Another big return from Robinson. They're going to actually mark him at the 50. 47-yard return on the kickoff by Robinson.
Now, I don't want to jinx anybody, AJ, but we haven't had a penalty yet.
Not yet.
Okay?
There was one they threw, but it was waved off.
It was waved off, and on these long runs, we have not had a penalty yet.
So now, Lakota West will have their first offensive play from scrimmage with 3:25 left to play in the first quarter.
All right, let's see some Lakota offense here.
White leads the troops onto the field. Number 34, the tailback next to him, Ware, in the shotgun. 3 receivers far side right, 1 near side left. White awaiting the snap. Takes the snap. Looking, fires, quick slant pass over the middle, is complete, and he's going to be clean. 20, he's down inside the 25-yard line. Nice pitch and catch from Peyton Porterfield. It's a first down for Lakota West on their first offensive play, 25 yards to the 25-yard line.
Are we going to see a barn burner tonight, AJ?
We are going to see a shootout.
Huh?
We're going to see a shootout here at Dwyer Field.
This is not what we expected.
3 receivers near side left, 1 far side right. White takes the snap, and this time he's going to hand it off. And this one's going nowhere. Number 34 on the run, Ware.
Number 50 for Mason lost his helmet. He'll be sitting out of play.
Jake Bratcher. About a yard gained from Ware there on first down. It'll bring up a second down and 9 from the 24. Three receivers lined up far side right, one near side left. Ware's on the left side of White in the shotgun. Takes the snap, low snap, picks it up, screen pass over to the far side. And this one again was caught by number 9, Porterfield. Out across the 20-yard line to the 18. 3rd and 3 upcoming for Lakota West.
I'll tell you what, I thought there might be a pick six there.
Yeah.
He hung it out there pretty good, but...
And the snap was low, too.
It was low.
Three receivers near side left, one far side right, and the gun is White. 3rd and 3. Pitch play to Robinson. Robinson loses the football and has to pounce on it, and Mason recovers.
They've got it.
Number 57 for the Comets, Zaire Hamdan. With the fumble recovery, Robinson just let that one slip out of his arms, and it's a turnover after a great start to the drive. And now
Did
Mason.
you like that pitch, AJ? I didn't care for that pitch.
Well, the pitch was forward, so if he were to drop it, it would have been an incomplete pass.
This is true.
So now Mason takes over on their own 23-yard line, which is their average starting field position, as the Comets will come out for their 3rd possession of the first quarter with 2 minutes to play, up 14-7. Wilmington leading McLean 14-7 in the second quarter. Pistol set. One receiver near side right. Hutchison takes it, hands it off to Sora on the counter far side. Breaks one tackle. Sora is going to go 30, 35, and he didn't even get brought down before being run out of bounds across the 35 to the 37 for another Mason Comet first down.
If you're going to hit him, you got to hit him low.
Yes.
You're trying to tackle him up top, and this kid is strong. He's tough.
Defenders are just bouncing off of him, and he's making it look easy.
Well, he reads his blocking so well. They get a man or two out there for him to step around, and he takes it over.
1st and 10 for Mason. They're getting the play in from the sideline. They have 13 on the play clock. Still haven't broke the huddle. 10 on the play clock. They break the huddle at 8. Hustle to the line. Hutchinson under center. Wing T set. 3. Hutchison takes the snap at 2, hands it off to Sora on the jet sweep, breaks one tackle, Sora still on his feet, dragging him across midfield, Sora still on his feet, and is finally brought down at the Lakota West 45-yard line. First down, Comets. Wow.
Are we talking balance here and desire?
What's happening, what I saw on that last play and what's been happening is Lakota West is going for the ball. When you go for the ball for a guy like this, he's going to spin off you. He's going to keep his feet trucking and gain 10 more yards.
Well, he definitely has great feet.
Like you said, they need to go at his legs.
Absolutely. You got to tackle properly with this guy.
2 receivers far side left in the shotgun is Hutchinson on 1st and 10. Takes it, rolls out to his left, looking downfield, fires, and it's back there!
Oh, a big one.
Intercepted by Lakota West!
A great interception.
And that was a rare mistake by Hutchinson. I'm trying to figure out who picked that one off.
Is that 95?
I think number 95 would be the guy who picked that one off. Be Dan Tawabla picked that one off, and now, just like that, Lakota West has possession. 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line, a minute 18 to play in the first quarter.
Let me tell you, at home, he had plenty of time. This kid's cool in the pocket. It just looked to me like he was trying to force the ball a little bit. And, great interception by Lakota. Let's see if they can keep hold of the ball this time.
One receiver, far side right, 2 near side left, in the shotgun with 2 backs is White. Takes it. Hands it off to Robinson, and Robinson is gobbled up in the backfield by a host of Comets. A lot of green jerseys around that one. Loss of 2, and I'll bring up 2nd down and 12 for the Firebirds.
I don't know if Mason is that big, but they're quick up front.
Yes.
They are quick up front. Again, that quarterback has a great arm, and they're going to need to get to the outside to use their speed.
3 receivers will be bunched up. Near side left, 1 far side right, White in the gun. Takes it, screen pass, completes to Robinson, and that one was sniffed out from the beginning. Number 23, Cole Pierce on the tackle. And that's going to drive him all the way back to the 29, where it'll be 3rd and 16.
Now, are they going to go conservative, try a long one, or are they just going to, run a draw or something like that?
Well, they don't have to run another play here in the quarter, too.
We're about done.
They're going to come out and try to run it here. 12 seconds and counting. Shotgun set for White. 2 receivers far side right, 1 near side left. And they're just going to let the clock run out here in the first quarter.
Yep.
At the end of 1 here at Dwyer Field at Atrium Stadium, it's Mason leading Lakota West 14-7. You're listening to live Week 4 high school football Game of the Week action only on CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports. What a first quarter. A turnover apiece, a 99-yard kickoff run, return for a touchdown, 2 very great Mason drives that ended in scores by Michael Sora.
Sora has been most impressive tonight, I think, that and the quarterback for Mason, Hutchison has done a good job. He tried to force that last one, but their defense came up big. I think Lakota's going to have a lot of trouble running up the middle on them. They tried that same screen pass outside. It didn't work. They're going to have to mix it up a little bit more and use their speed. But I'll tell you what, Mason, they do not flinch. They're solid. They don't get riled. They don't get ruffled. They stay right in there. So Lakota, the turnovers that Lakota makes are going to hurt them a lot worse because they're not, as solid on offense.
McLean scored a touchdown to make it 14-13 and missed the PAT, so it's 14-13 Wilmington. They're in a barn burner of a game against the Tigers. 3rd and 16 to begin our second quarter of action here. White will be in the shotgun. 3 receivers, near side right, 1 far side left, takes the snap, just back, looking, under pressure is White, throws it off to Robinson, who's got a lot of green in front of him. First down and more for Robinson, nearly got that ball stripped as well, and he got a first down and more into Comet territory. And they're going to mark him down at the 45-yard line. Good job by White to hang in there, realize he had a man on a swing round, and just give it off to Robinson, let his speed pick up that 16 yards.
And that's what they have to do. Up the middle is blocked off right now, so let's go outside, see what we can get. It may open up the middle a little bit more for them.
3 receivers far side left, 1 near side right in the gun is White. Takes it. Read option, gives it to Ware. And
maybe not. Maybe not.
Nothing doing on first down. Stuffed at the line is Ware, and it's going to be 2nd down and 10.
I think the more that the Lakota quarterback rolls, he can throw on the roll, and that's where it's going to be at for them.
3 receivers, far side left, 1 near side right. White in the shotgun. Ware on his left side takes it. Another read option. This time he's going to hand off to Robinson. He was on the right side. And Robinson runs it out to the 41 for a 3-yard gain. It's still going to be 3rd and long here, about 3rd and 7 upcoming for the Firebirds here. They got the 3rd and 16. Let's see if they can pick up a 3rd and 7 here, Clayton.
Well, I would think that their philosophy now that they're inside, almost to the 40, let's go 2 downs and let's get one, okay?
Yeah.
Instead of giving it back to Mason because they know what Mason's going to do with the ball.
Here we go. 3 receivers lined up far side left, 1 near side right. White in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Pump fakes. Looking, under pressure. White's going to pull it down and run himself. Stiff arming, and he's well short of that first down. Just got it across the 40 to the 39. It's going to be 4th and 5. 4th and 5 here. You need to get it to the 35. You're out of field goal range. Are you in 4-down territory here with plenty of time left in the first half here?
I think so. Due to the fact of how Mason can run the ball, and how they can, the ball control that they can exercise, I would have liked to see him go to the wide side of the field on that play.
I think Lakota West,
they're going to talk about it.
They're going to take their first time out of the half. 10:48 left to play in the first half. Mason leading Lakota West 14-7 here on CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports. Week 4 high school football game of the week action from Atrium Stadium in beautiful Mason, Ohio. Again, for those of you who are looking for the Beaver Creek Lebanon broadcast, we were unable to bring you that due to limited resources, but Rick Phillips has put the link to the broadcast on our website, so click on that if you would like to watch that. Also on the other channel, we've got Greenfield McLean and Wilmington battling out the Titanic struggle there. 14-13 Wilmington ahead, trying to avenge a huge loss last week to the Butler Aviators on the road. Wilmington still has to play 2 more road games after tonight. And also tomorrow night is Saturday night football, college football. Wilmington College taking on the Otterbein Cardinals from Townsend Field. They're going to go for it here unless the quarterback's going to pooch it.
Let's see if they try to isolate Robinson. He is their best man outside.
He's stacked up behind another receiver on the left with 3 over there, 1 over here. White takes the snap, pump fakes, under pressure, sacked. Gobbled up in the backfield by number 57. On that sack, Zaid Hamdad, who actually came up with the fumble recovery on the last possession for Lakota West. It's a turnover on downs, and Mason will take over first down and 10 on their own 47-yard line, going right to left on your computer screens, iPhones, tablets, anything and everything you're listening to us here tonight. Again, we got this game underway about 8:35. We had a big, long rain delay.
They were trying to isolate Robinson, and I think that time, though, they were trying to divert away from him. But I would have gone with him. Until they stop him, on the outside, I would go with him.
Hutchinson takes the snap, hands it off to Michael Kay on the right. He gets it into Firebird territory right at midfield. About a 4-yard gain on first down. It'll bring up a second down and 6.
Big possession for Mason. I'm sure they'd like a 21-7 lead at least in halftime. So this is a big possession for them. Try to really gain control of this football game.
Second and 7. Pistol set. Hutchinson takes it. And the counter play faked it. He's going to pass it off Michael Kay. First down and more, and he slips on the turf right across the 40 to the 39-yard line. First down, though, for the Comets.
Senior leadership. He's cool in the pocket. He found his secondary receiver, looked off one, and found him.
I believe we'll probably have a shortened halftime period as well with the rain delays and everything. We're supposed to have an interview with the Mason Athletic Director at halftime. I don't think we're going to be able to do that with a shortened halftime period. Under center here, another little bit of a wing tee set. Buford's going to get the carry on the jet sweep over on the right side. Buford breaks free after breaking a couple tackles.
Nice play.
And gets it down to the 25-yard line. First down and 10. Gain of 14.
Not an end around, but had the same effect. And, they used a wide receiver for the play, and give it into some other hands. Way to mix it up, Mason.
Soares on the right side. Hutchinson in the pistol. Michael Kay the setback. There's the counter play to Sawyer again. Finds a hole. Nearly broke a tackle, but number 34 was not letting him get away. Where? Still a nice pickup out across the 20 down to the 17. About a 6-yard gain. Second down and 4. 9 minutes.
I don't think they've stopped him outside yet. I don't think they have. Sorry, AJ.
No, you're fine.
I don't think they've stopped him outside yet, especially when Kay runs.
There's a snap by Hutchinson. Hands it to Michael Kay, and he gets hammered down at the 16.
Or should I say Sora on the outside. It seems like Michael Kay has done most of the inside running tonight.
A lot of counter plays for Sora.
Yeah.
3rd and 1 for Mason on the 16. They need to get it just across the 15 for a first down. Under 8:20 to play in the first half. Up 14-7, trying to extend their lead.
I think 21 gets the ball.
2-back set. Hutchinson quick snaps it. Gives it to Sora. And
first down.
Yep, his forward progress gave him the first down. Not by much,
Nope.
but enough there for a first down. There he got it just to the 14-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Comets.
Good time for that roll and to throw it to Austin Croy. Croy is out on the right side.
Two-back set. Buford in motion, one receiver, far side right. Play action. There's the rollout. Hutchinson looks, fires to Buford, who can't hang on to it. Incomplete. First incompletion of the night, besides the interception.
Yep, ran him underneath of Croy. Good play.
2nd down and 10.
This would be a huge defensive stop for Lakota if they could pull this off. And Mason does have a guy with enough foot to put it through from here.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Oh, I'm going to sit down. 2nd down and 10. Mason breaks the huddle. Hutchinson under center, get another two-back set. Buford in motion, fake jet sweep, counter play with Sora, has to get away from a couple tacklers, spinning his way down inside the, no, he's still on his feet. Gets it down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line for a 5-yard gain. It's still going to be 3rd down, but it's going to be 3rd and 5.
You are not going to tackle him from the waist up.
No.
That is all there is to it.
Third down and 5.
Big play here.
Two receivers lined up near side left. In the shotgun, Hutchinson takes it. He's going to roll to his left. He's going to fire for Sora. Nearly picked off. And Sora is going to be short of the first down. He gets it to the 7-yard line. It's 4th and 2.
Right now, they're going for it.
I mean, it's 2 yards,
yep.
But in this situation, a field goal puts you up 2 possessions.
Yeah, I'd probably.
But you have the speed and athleticism to do it, but you could also draw him off sides.
He's got K in the slot again.
Under center, Hutchinson's going to try to draw him off, and they're going to call the timeout.
Yep. It'll be good defense for Lakota if they can just hold them to 3 here.
The officials are trying to figure out if Mason called the timeout or Lakota called the timeout, because a coach for Lakota was signaling timeout from the sideline.
Well, I'm not sure if the Mason coaches understand the timeout, but they're going to make use of it, whoever's it is. Yeah, they're having a little conference now.
Because the play clock was running down. It was at 3 when he called the timeout. He looked over to the sideline.
So therefore, you would naturally think that Mason called the timeout.
Yeah, they called it. I think it's going to be charged to Mason.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to kick.
Alrighty, so Holler will come out to attempt a 24-yard field goal from the left hash. Awaiting the snap. There it is. Kick is up and over end, and I think he just snuck that one in.
On the left side.
6:09 left to play in the first half. Mason up 17-7 over Lakota West. As you're listening to live high school football week 4 game of the week action on campusnation.com.
Well, I think Mason did the right thing there. They took the sure points. And like you said, they're up now by 2 scores. 6:09 left in the first half. Lakota has a chance to, even this game up pretty close. They need a sustained drive.
.609 left to play in the first half, and you're right, Lakota West needs a score. Again, back deep, we have Peters and Robinson. Holler to kick it off. He's going to kick it dead in the center. Robinson is on the right side. Peters is on the left side. Are we going to see a pooch, or is he going to kick it? And he's going to pooch it.
Hobnob.
Squib. Oh, bounces up, but Robinson picks it up at the 17. He's out across the 25, where he's dragged down just across the 25 to the 28-yard line. A good job by Robinson to come up and put his teammate on his back and say, hey, I got this.
Well, if he doesn't grab it, it's back to the end zone or just in front of it. So that was a good play.
Or it's Mason football. Clouds covering a full moon here tonight. 1st and 10, 6:03 left to play in our first half. Mason up 17-7. Full house. Wishbone set. Under center is White. Takes the snap, pitches it to Robinson off the left, and he got blown up in the backfield right away. Number 7, Alex King on the tackle for the Comets. And he's going to lose a good 5-6 yards.
Not exactly what Lakota was looking for on first down.
2nd down and long for the Firebirds now.
I don't know. Do they have 5 yards up the middle yet, AJ? I don't believe so.
Not yet. Full house set again. Under center. White takes it. Play action. Rolling. Firing. Completes to Robinson, who kept a foot in at the 25. So he'll pick up 3 on the little dump pass, and it's going to be 3rd and 13.
We haven't seen a pass to the tight end or really to hardly any of the other wideouts. Robinson's been almost the exclusive wide receiver.
It's been White to Robinson all afternoon, besides that first drive to Porterfield. Same set here. Under center is White. Tight set, full house set. 3rd and 13. Takes it. Pitches to Robinson on the left. This didn't work the first time. He broke a tackle, though. Robinson cuts it up the field.
Flag.
And our first penalty flag of the game. Robinson brought down at the 27, just shy of the original line of scrimmage. We'll have to see what the penalty is. Most likely holding. No, chop block. Ooh.
Oh, that's going to be a first.
Chop block against Mason.
Yeah, wow.
So that's a 15-yarder, and that one hurts for the Comets. Automatic first down for the Firebirds. They're going to bring it all the way out to the 37-yard line.
That's a huge penalty as far as field position and also to keep Mason off of the field.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that is a huge penalty.
White brings him out. Same formation. They're in a tight 2 tight end set with 3 backs in the backfield. White under center. Takes it. Pitches this time to Peters. And Peters has a nice little run.
They went off tackle that time and had much more success, but up the gut of the Mason defense, they're not going to run.
So they didn't give him a first down on that penalty. It was 3rd and 1 on that last play,
yeah.
but he did pick up the first.
Yeah.
He needed 1, got 2 out to the 39, so a first down now for the Firebirds. This 3-back set might be working. 2 tight ends again, White under center. Ooh, there it is.
5 yards there. 5 yards there for Lakota.
Easy 5 yards. I think that was number 13 who jumped, Colin Hatch. Excuse me, that was actually number 44. Dylan Schraller. 1st and 5. 3 backs, tight set. Wide under center. Takes it. Pitches to Peterson, or Peters over here on the right. Got a first down as Peters and Moore into Comet territory. He's knocked out of bounds at the 47-yard line.
Big first down for Lakota. Puts them into Mason territory. First kind of sustained drive they've had for a quarter. The main thing is they are going to the outside to use their speed.
Yeah. 4:17 left to play in our first half. 17-7, Comets in the lead, but Lakota West showing they're not going down without a fight here. 1st and 10 in Comet territory. Still the 3-back set. Wide under center. Fumbles a snap. Ball's on the ground.
Got it.
And Robinson falls on it.
Wow.
Peters falls on it. Back at the Lakota West 49. So that'll back him up a bit. 4 yards. 2nd down and 14. It didn't look like he was ready for the ball on that snap.
No, ball never actually hit his hands.
2nd and 14. Tight set again. Wide under center. 3 backs. Takes the snap. Pitches to Robinson off the left. And that is going nowhere. Number 23 on the stop again, Cole Pierce.
Should have went wide. Used his speed wide. He cut in before, and Mason was waiting on him.
Lost a couple more yards there. It's 3rd and 16. After a first down, got him into Comet territory. They're backed up to their own 47 in the Firebirds. And they need to get it to the Comet 42 for a first, where the imaginary yellow line is. 10 on the play clock. Wide under center. Same formation. Takes it. Rolling to his left. Looking, fires.
He caught it.
Robinson caught it. That ball was nearly picked, too. Had to fit it through a tight window, and Will Adams nearly picked that one off for the Comets.
That was some throw.
Got him back out to midfield. 4th and 13.
I think they're going for it.
Nope, they're sending the punt unit out.
Yep, I was going to say, I think that would be the best thing to do. 2:51. Mason will still have time.
Samuel Williams will be in to punt this one away as Buford will be back to receive, standing on his own 14-yard line. There's a snap. Williams gets it away. Nice punt.
Okay.
Oh, there's 15 yards.
Yep, that's 15.
So kick-catch interference against Lakota West is going to give Mason some decent field positions. The ball bounced. They downed it at the 2. Would have been a nice punt, but from the 25-yard line, they're going to mark off 15.
Now Lakota has 2.5 minutes. They're going to get another 15 yards for decent field position, and I'm sure they're not going to sit down on the ball.
No.
They're going to go for it.
2 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in the first half of play. Mason up 17-7 over the Firebirds of Lakota West.
I am surprised that the Lakota West quarterback doesn't do more options. He doesn't run as much. He is content to stay back there and throw the ball.
Little spot foul here, 15. 15 yards from the 16. It's going to give Mason the ball on the 31. 1st and 10. Comets come out onto the field. Hutchinson leads them out. Got that option set look again with Michael Kay, the tailback, behind Hutchinson under center. Buford in motion. There's the jet sweep. Buford's got speed. He's at the 40, the 45. Dragged down just shy of midfield to the 48-yard line. First down Comets, and they're looking to go 2-minute offense.
They're using Buford more and more in their offensive sets, and he's got a lot of speed. Now
in the pistol, 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side.
Michael K., the tailback behind Hutchison, takes the snap, looking, fires, quick pass out to the far side to Sora. Nice gain into Lakota West territory. 9 yards there out to the 42. Second in a yard.
Plenty of time. And Mason's using the sideline well.
Now the officials are going to look to see if he got that first down. And he did. Move the chains. 1st and 10 from the 42.
That penalty was a huge one. Makes a lot of difference where they started instead.
Shotgun, pistol set, 2 receivers near side left. Hutchinson takes the snap. Straight drop back. Fires, nearly picked again, but it's completed to Buford. Buford got a block to spring him free inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal.
It almost looked like he stepped out at the 20, but
nice block by his receiver, Austin Corey.
I don't know how he stayed in, but it was a great play.
1st and goal from the 8-yard line.
Buford is becoming a factor in this game.
Yeah. Very, very quick on the outside. Strong set eye. Pitch to Sora. Sora making his way, dancing, looking for his 3rd touchdown. Still on his feet. And blown dead at the 2.
Just pick a guy, AJ. There were 6 of them that took him down, and they all tackled him high.
There's only 11 guys on the field. Wilmington 21, McLean 13 with 1:45 left in the first half. So we're about dead even right now with the McLean game. 2nd down and goal to go from the 2. Breaks the huddle. Strong set eye again. Sora, the tailback, takes it, hands it to Sora, dives in across the goal line. No signal yet.
Yep, touchdown.
Touchdown, Comets, the 3rd rushing touchdown for Michael Sora this afternoon. And that's going to put Mason up 23-7.
That was a great drive. They mixed it up real well, and Buford is really becoming a factor in this game with his speed.
Holler will be in to attempt the PAT.
I just think Mason has so many offensive weapons. I mean, they really do.
Look to go for 2, and they'll bring it in. Holler for the PAT. Snaps down. Kick is up and right down the middle. 1:23 to play in the first half. The Comets are now up 24-7 here over the Lakota West Firebirds. You're listening to Week 4 High School Football Game of the Week action live on CampusNation.com, the sports animal. Your home for high school and college sports here on the campus of the Mason Comets to Wire Field at Atrium Stadium for Week 4 high school football action. Again, Wilmington up 21-13 against the McLean Tigers. Mason up 24-7. Don't know about the Beaver Creek and Lebanon game. I'll check in on that as we get set for the kickoff. Peters and Robinson move up a little closer here as Holler will kick this one off. There's the kick, another squib. Hits a Lakota West player. They fall on it.
Lakota has a minute 20 to make something happen here, AJ.
And they get the ball to begin the second half, too. So a score here and the ball in the second half makes this a game. They're not out of it.
They are not out
Their
of it.
Their defense needs to step up a little bit. Their offense needs to limit the mistakes. And they're right back in this game. Lebanon and Beaver Creek still in a weather delay. Shotgun set. White takes the snap. Fires across the middle. It's completed. He took a big shot, too, as Porterfield picks up a first down out to the 49-yard line. A big shot laid on him there.
We had not seen that pass since early in the first quarter.
Number 19 led the head.
I think that was the first pass he completed. So.
And there's the quick snap.
Oh.
Incomplete, trying to flip it out to Robinson.
Incomplete pass. Brings up a second down and 10.
Second and 10. 1:01 left to play. White in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side. Second and 10, takes the snap, back to pass. White under pressure, has to make something happen, and he is gobbled up in the backfield. Number 94 on the sack, Caleb Davis, followed up with another hit by number 7, Alex King.
Lakota has great size on the line, but Mason is just better technique and quicker. They are sidestepping them and getting in there.
4 wide receivers again. White in the shotgun, 8 on the play clock. Takes it, drops back to pass on 3rd and long. Screen pass, incomplete. He tried to fit it in there to where very dangerous as 2 Mason D linemen stayed home instead of going right at the quarterback and nearly made a big spectacular play. And now with 15 seconds left in the half, Lakota West is just going to punt this one away.
If anything, Lakota has been very predictable the last 2 or 3 drives. And Mason, they are in rhythm, their defense.
Williams, the punt, standing on his own 28. Buford to receive back on his own 21. There's a nice high punt. It's going to take a bounce. Nice Firebird bounce to the 19. And they don't have to touch it. And we're going to go to the half. At the end of the first half, Mason leading Lakota West 24-7 here on Week 4 High School Football Game of the Week action on CampusNation.com, the sports animal. Your home for high school and college sports. I'm AJ Ganger. With me, Clayton Weaver and Roger the Dodger Thompson. We're going to take a break now here on CampusNation.com and come back with all of our second half analysis. Again, 24-7, Mason at the half.
Start back with about 10 minutes left. I'll say about 8 to 5. Okay, I'm going to hit the restroom. You're fine. Right. You need anything? I might grab something.
I was going to get like a hot dog or something.
All right, Roger, you want a hot dog or
Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to present the William Mason High School Marching Band. The band is led on the field by drum majors Katie Byerly, Allison Sipical, Clint Hart, and Dennis Sweeney. Tonight, the band will present a portion of their 2016 competition show featuring the music of Samuel Barber.
Nothing like a hot dog on a football game. About $2. About $1, something for that. I didn't have any nachos, man. I wanted to crunch on the radio. Okay. Stomach all ate up right now. I need to eat something. My stomach's like, ugh. Good, actually. You look like you were wearing down a little bit there for a minute. A little bit. Need to wake back up. It's a long time waiting now, man. First quarter was fun. Second quarter, you can see the lack of this one. Lakota side. Without a doubt. And I don't know if they don't have much imagination on their offense. They just don't have the players to do it. Right. One guy made a play. One guy. We saw a lot of sweepers on him. Every time they hit what Porterfield did, they did twice. Yeah. Good hands in traffic. Robinson's trying to do too much. White's trying to find Robinson like crazy. Yeah, no doubt. Tell you what, Mason's got a nice ball club. A nice ball team. Well disciplined. I'm really impressed with their upfront blocking. They're not huge. Right. One kid for, I think 74 for Lakota. He's on the right side. He's 6'5", 311 pounds. And that's the kind of guy I want to run behind. Yeah. It's weird to see the band's performance from this side. It's weird to see the game from this side. You know what I mean? Normally you're seeing it from the outside. Yeah, it's a little different. I'll tell you, Lakota's got a nice little student section down here, and they're alive. They're lucky that it's only 24 seconds, because they've only had one play that worked, and that was the run back. We might see a running clock before too long. Yeah, what is it? 30? That was such an embarrassment for Troy last year. We were at Sydney, and they started the 30, the clock for 30 points. And Troy scored. I think it was a sense of pride. They scored to stop that. And, That's an embarrassment for a team. Boy, you guys are good, man. They're huge. My goodness. That is a big van. It looked like Lakota brought their band. She wants to eat at BJ's tomorrow night for her birthday, so.
Hey, football. There you go. I've never eaten at BJ's before.
I'll tell you what, they got some good food. Great service.
That's just really good.
Great service.
They got growlers there too. You can fill up.
What is it?
There's growlers that we got up there.
Oh.
Over there.
I noticed those at Kroger's along the wall there. They sell many of those.
Oh yeah.
That's a refillable.
Yep. Take it anywhere you want. I got 3 growlers, 2 small ones and a big one.
Yeah, so we basically have a 3-man offense. We have quarterback, we have Porterfield.
Yep.
We caught 2 balls, and we have Robinson.
Yep.
And I think the fullback did run it, once or twice? Maybe. For Mason, though, they have a lot of tools. When we going on at 6?
Yeah, give a couple more minutes. Just because I'm sure they're going to put 3 more minutes out.
When you get home, you're tired. You sound like
Okay, we're at halftime. Yeah. We're just about done with halftime. Mason's up 24-7. And it's going to Lakota down to there. Mason's beat up here. Lakota's young and it's a lot of time, so keep on. Big crowd for Mason. But, yeah, it turned out to be a nice night. I don't think this is bad.
I don't know if they gave Mason that timeout or not.
See what happens here. But anyways, well, anyways, I'll let you go.
What you gonna do with that dessert?
Where's that?
Did our cheerleaders different from police?
That sounds like a road trip.
Okay, well, we're going to be back on the air here pretty soon, so I better get off. Anyways, thought I'd give you a call. I'll be home soon again. Okay. Love you, babe. Bye. I love you, baby. Stick with me.
20 yards field goal right here.
Oh, this kid's got a lot of foot. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, I don't think that's a problem, AJ.
He hits a 50-yard.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if he's there, that was 47.
Yeah.
That would have been 47 with his team out there.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, again, we are at halftime here at Atrium Stadium at Dwyer Field for the Mason Comets and the Lakota West Firebirds. 24-7, Mason leading right now. Also on the other channel with Wilmington and Greenfield McLean. Wilmington up 27-13 at the half. So Wilmington kind of shaking off those post-rain delay jitters and starting to pull away from the Greenfield Tigers there. A very one-sided first half. We saw Mason with the nice drive down the field to open up the ball game. You go 80 yards, you ram it down their throat, and you just score. And then you have the 99-yard kickoff return by Robinson that goes in the end zone. So you think momentum is now shifted to Lakota West. And then on the very next possession for Mason, which was another 75-yard long drive, where they ram it down their throat again, and then you got a couple turnovers, and Lakota West's offense is very one-dimensional right now.
Yeah, very much so. Pretty much Robinson and the quarterback and Porterfield, the one wide receiver, that's caught two nice balls. They've only went to him two times. Mm-hmm. And that quick slant across the middle appears to be something that they can run. But other than that, I think the fullback took a couple of short yardage carries, but very limited in their offensive scope, whereas Mason keeps bringing out new weapons all the time. All of a sudden, they brought out the wide receiver, 80, Buford, and, they do a couple of kind of end-around things with him and get the ball to him, and all of a sudden he's making a difference. And so, they have a lot of weapons. A cool quarterback. And the quarterback for Lakota seems to be limited in mobility right now. Mm-hmm. And that's important for him because Mason, while they're not as large as Lakota's line, I'll tell you what, they're quick, their technique is good, and it's going to take a real effort from Lakota to make this a ball game.
Yeah, and then you got to remember, too, Mason's coming off a short week, a 5-day rest period after playing on a Sunday against Moeller in a heartbreaking 14-7 loss. It doesn't look like it's bothered them at all.
No, they have a lot of athletes, and they look well-conditioned, whereas Lakota, I think they were taking a couple of breaths there. It's, a matter of experience and a matter of more versatile players that can do more things right now. So Lakota, and they couldn't stop the plays that went wide.
Yeah.
Anything up the middle, they weren't too bad. They made some good stops. So, unless they can get a couple of turnovers and have some luck, and stay to it, Mason's definitely in control of this ball game.
Yeah, I mean, both teams do have one turnover apiece right now. None of those turnovers led to points. So, you got that going for you. We've seen Lakota West give up some points off turnovers in the weeks past, so that's a good sign to come by that, but their defense just cannot stop the counter plays with Sora. And, in large part to Mason's blocking, the cut blocking by Mason's team, the tackles and the guards switching places, it's insane to, it's run to perfection.
Well, Sora has great feet. He's got great balance. They've tried to tackle him in the upper body. We have seen that does not work.
And they've tried to go for the ball.
And while they're ripping the ball, he's spinning, and he's getting an extra 5 yards. Also, their quarterback is cool. He's a senior, and he shows it.
Yeah.
He made one mistake over there on a forced ball that Lakota picked off on a very good interception, by the way. But he has shown the type of senior leadership that you want on a ball team like this,
right?
With a multi-offense.
We're about 1:50 away from starting our second half, where Lakota West will begin with the ball. Roger and Clayton throwing napkins at each other up here. Come on, kids.
Somebody's getting hurt, Roger. I'm telling you right now. I'm loading it up. Okay, all right.
Roger's about to drop a bow. 24-7 again. Mason in the lead here at halftime. We've been here in Mason for a few hours now after the rain delay, and once we got going, though, it's turning out to be quite a huge game. More likely for the Mason Comets, I think here in the second half, Mason just continues to keep doing what they're doing, try to get above a 30-point lead. So you got that running clock, and they're going to put this game away. But Lakota West, they keep fighting, and like you said, they get some turnovers. They're going to, try to make a game of this, and let's see, after that last offensive debacle there towards the end where you couldn't do anything, and, you got into Mason territory. You got backed up with a couple bad plays. Quarterback couldn't hit some open receivers. He got under pressure. He's trying to make plays at least, but we've seen some dangerous throws from White as well.
Oh, absolutely. He's thrown into traffic several times. In fact, down here on the 30-yard line, there were a couple of defensive linemen, like you said, that stayed home, and he about threw it into them, and that would have been a nice gift touchdown there.
Yeah.
So, Lakota, if they can show more versatility, it's time to do it.
Yeah.
Okay? Get more people involved with the offense. Right now, we've mainly seen three. And basically, Robinson is everything on the ground. And, of course, Mason is keying on him, so that's when you go to plan B and plan C. But like we said, Buford, number 80 for Mason, this kid's got a lot of speed. He's got good hands. And once they turned him loose, it seemed like it just opened things for everything else.
They did put 3 more minutes on the clock after the halftime clock ran out, so we've got about 2 minutes, 40 seconds left to go here. Again, Wilmington leading Greenfield McLean 27-13 at the half there. Rick Phillips, Joe Davis on the call there. I'm A.J. Ganger with Clayton Weaver and Roger the Dodger Thompson, getting all of your video captured for your viewing pleasure sometime tomorrow afternoon, early Sunday. And don't forget to check the campusnation.com page for next week's matchups and crews scheduled for those games. We will have Wilmington at Hillsboro and Beaver Creek at Kettering Fairmont. So the reason why we weren't at the Beaver Creek Lebanon game this week is because of limited resources. We weren't allowed to be in the press box with their television crew, local television crew out of Lebanon broadcasting that game. But Rick Phillips has put the link on the website to that live broadcast. And right now, last time I checked, it's still in a weather delay. So whenever, here in a little bit, I'll go back and check and see if we got a score from that game. But again, Beaver Creek 3-0. Lebanon, I believe, is 2-1 on the year. Beaver Creek trying to remain perfect going in the next week. We've seen them play some good football. Clayton's first game he did, obviously, was that 14-0 defensive struggle between Carroll. And in last week's game, we did in Butler against Wilmington in Butler. And very disappointing loss for Wilmington, because then we saw on Thursday night, the Thursday Night Lights, Butler get their butts handed to them, 34-0 by the Northmont T-Bolts.
Yeah,
so,
I believe what I saw out of Northmont was kind of what I see out of Mason.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of versatile players, a lot of speed, and they really mix it up well. Quick defense that goes to the ball. They gang tackle the ball. And so, Mason and Northmont, that would be an excellent matchup without a doubt. Two similar teams. Lakota, they have to find some people, at least for next year probably.
Yeah.
And build.
They're going to lose some of their seniors too. They're going to lose guys like Robinson, Peters. Actually, Peters comes back for one more year. You're going to lose Robinson, obviously. You're going to lose White. You're going to lose guys like Porterfield. They got good players. They have talent.
They do have talent.
It's just a struggle right now in the GMC conference in this matchup. I believe this is the first conference matchup for both of these teams of the year. I believe they both play 7 conference games in the GMC, the Greater Miami Conference here in Cincinnati. So, it's going to be an interesting season after this, not only for Mason, but for Lakota if they can't pull this one out and come back being down by 17. Well, after those 2 kickoff returns by Robinson, the one that went 99 for a touchdown, the 47-yarder that got Lakota out to the 50, we haven't seen Mason kick it deep. But Holler's in to kick this one off to begin the second half, going right to left on your computer screen, and left to right will be the Lakota West Firebirds as Peters and Robinson back to receive. There's the kick from Holler. This one is another bouncing kick, bounces into the hands of Peters at about the 14, and Peters trying to make it to the 20, and he's going to get stopped right there at the 20-yard line. Firebirds come out 1st and 10 on offense, trying to put another score on the board. They haven't scored an offensive touchdown tonight. And obviously all 3 touchdowns for Mason coming on the ground with Mike Sora. All from down in the goal line, too.
Yeah. I don't have a stat on first downs, but I would say that Mason is way ahead in that department.
Mason's probably got about 13 first downs to about 3 or 4.
Maybe 4. Yeah, maybe 4.
White brings the troops onto the field. 2 back set in the shotgun. 2 receivers far side left, 1 near side right. The snap. The handoff goes to Robinson. And he strung it way too far out to the outside and got knocked out of bounds. Maybe got a yard to the 21. Number 71's helmet popped off. Ryan Francisco, and he'll have to sit out for a play.
I'd like to see them throw a couple of dump passes to him, maybe a draw play. Haven't seen one draw tonight. And again, maybe we're seeing what they can do. That this is all maybe that they feel comfortable doing, and, it's just not enough right now. They have Robinson in the slot behind.
There's a snap. White takes it under pressure. He's going to make a play. That he does get it off to Robinson, I believe. He should have just kept that one and ran with it. 3rd down and 9. Yeah, I think he should have just kept going because he had a lot of green in front of him and just slide down for 5-6 yards.
That is a good place for an interception, bouncing it off the receiver. But, yeah, he seems very reluctant to run, and I think he can, but he does seem reluctant.
3rd and 9 from the 21. 3 receivers far side left, 1 near side right. White in the gun, takes a snap. Read option play, hands it to Ward, makes a couple man meet. Actually, it's Robinson, made a couple man miss.
Great moves.
He got it out across the 25 to the 26, so it's still going to be 4th down and 4. But a nice little draw play there. There's the draw.
He earned every bit he got. But you like to see that play maybe on a 2nd down.
Yeah.
Not on a 3rd down. It's not exactly a possession play.
Williams will come to punt this one away. Buford will be back to receive, and looks like Mason will probably get good field position unless he gets under this one very well. There's a snap. Williams boots it away. It's a low kick. It's going to bounce at the 42. Buford's going to follow it. Takes a Lakota West bounce.
Right there.
And touchdown at the 32-yard line. Well, the Mason Comets will take over for their first possession of the second half, 1st and 10 on their own 32-yard line with 10:45 to play here in the 3rd quarter, up 24-7. So a 3 and out for the Firebirds on their first possession.
Looked like more of the same.
Yeah.
We didn't see anything different except for the draw play, which was ran on a 3rd and long.
Hutchinson brings the offense out. He's going to start in a pistol set. Sora, the tailback, and on his right side will be Michael Kay. The snap, the handoff to Sora, and he goes nowhere there. I think that's the first time Sora's been stopped for just a yard.
Nice tackle by Robinson.
Playing both ways. 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line for the Comets.
I think Mason has 2 plays for negative yards tonight,
yeah.
Jay, and that is a huge difference on 1st down.
1 receiver, far side right, single back set. There's a jet sweep to Buford again. He gets to the outside with some speed. Tried to cut it up, and he's slung down. Number 19 on the tackle, Clayton Bell, the linebacker for this Firebird defense.
That might be the first time they have stopped a play to the outside for no gain.
It's a negative play, too.
Negative play.
He lost 2.
They need a lot more of that to stay in this game.
3rd and 11. Shotgun set. Hutchinson there. Michael Kay, the tailback. 2 receivers near side left, 1 far side right. The snap. Hutchinson looks. He fires. Has a man open, but overthrows it. A little miscommunication there. Pass intended for number 9. Austin Core.
I think he broke the pattern, AJ. He was supposed to stop and then go.
He was wide open if he would have kept running.
He was. He would have had 6.
And now Mason will come in to punt for their first time tonight. And Robinson going to go back to receive it, number 59, in to punt this one away. Reed Naglich.
Yeah, we don't know much about their kicking game, I don't think.
Not their punting game, at least.
Yeah, their punting game at all.
But you know Robinson's dangerous, and he's back to receive it. There's a low snap, bounced on the turf, actually, and a bad
good kick.
Shanked that one.
Good
but
roll.
It took a Mason roll out of bounds to the 31. So 2 3-and-outs.
That was the best defensive stand I think Lakota's had tonight, by far.
Wilmington is now leading 27-19 with 5:45 left to play in the third quarter there. So McLean is playing tough football against these Hurricane tonight. Lakota West has it 1st and 10 on their own 31-yard line after the 3-and-outs.
I got to believe Wilmington was a little banged up after last week.
Yeah, I guess Evans was out there at quarterback tonight, according to Rick and Joe.
He took some shots last week.
1st and 10, White in the shotgun, 3 receivers near side right, 1 far side left. Ward is on his left. There's the pitch to Ward. Ward in trouble, broke free from the tackle. That's what happens when you tackle high, and spun out of bounds at around the 32-yard line, just a pickup of a yard. Trayvon Ward, or Ware. Excuse me.
Almost a face mask. I thought we might have a face mask there.
4 wide receivers, 2 on each side for White. Takes it. There's a screen pass. Completes it to Horton. And Horton with a nice gain out to the 40, just shy of the 40-yard line and shy of a first down. Third and a yard, then you get to the 41 for a first down. So there's a couple quick hitters. As Lakota West in one of their first 3rd and short situations tonight. 4 wide receivers. White in the shotgun, Ware's on his left. Takes the snap, hands it off to Ware, and he's stuffed. Keeping his feet moving, though, trying to inch his way forward. And this Comet defense did not let him pick up that yard. Good stop.
They have not run the ball with authority up the middle all night, AJ, and it just continues. This team, their offense only works taking it wide.
Yeah.
Taking it wide, they have a chance to mix it up a little bit. But up the middle, Mason has stopped them. They have 5 yards, maybe the whole game.
4th and 2. They're going to go for it.
Wow.
Down 17. 4 wide. White in the shotgun, and Mason jumped.
There we go.
He's going to come out of the ball game too and get an earful from his coach, Zaid.
I think that's the
Hamden.
second time. I think that's the second time that Mason's been drawn off sides.
So an easy 5 yards and an automatic first down. Out to the 44, the Firebirds now. 4 wide, 2 on each side. White's in the gun. Ware's on his right. Takes it. Play action. They're going to throw that in the screen play again. Man, he got lit up there. Horton took a shot by Johnson. Jalen Johnson in number 13. Colin Hatch. No gain. Actually lost a yard. Back to the 43. 2nd down and 11.
First of all, he held on to the ball.
That's the one thing you need to do. The Fireflies are out over on the Mason student section. The snap.
Good
White.
cut. Good cut.
Gave it to Robinson. He did make a nice cut, but he only got 2.
Well, they were grabbing for the ball. He held on, but, Mason is an opportunistic team. This would be great for Lakota to have an extended drive down the field to score. We have an injury.
Yeah, it looks like Robinson down on the turf.
He might just be tired, AJ.
Looked like he's cramping.
Yeah, that could be.
It's not very hot tonight.
No, but he's been out there a lot. Yeah, it looks like he's cramping up. Yep.
It's only about 70 degrees here right now in Mason.
Beautiful evening for football.
After the rain.
After the rain. I want to tell you, folks, we saw a fireworks display before the game by Mother Nature that was spectacular.
3rd and 9.
Really, Roger? You didn't think that was spectacular? I mean, yeah, Roger was over here cleaning his camera, I guess. So
4 wide receivers for White in the shotgun. Ware's on his left side. 3rd and 9. Takes the snap is White. Back to pass. Has plenty of time. He's going to throw deep. Has a man open. And it's intercepted. It was overthrown. He was trying to fit the ball into Horton, and it was picked off by number 8, Tyree Mizell. And if he would have put a little bit more touch on that ball, there were 6 points written all over that one.
Well, he threw it on the move, kind of against the grain a little bit, and I don't think he could really come through with it as much as he wanted to. That's the kind of ball that you want to heave up for the guy. He had him beat. Let him be the only one that can catch it.
Yep. 1st and 10 now for the Comets on their own 19-yard line. Hutchinson in a pistol set. Takes it, hands it off. Michael Kay has some running room across the 20. They actually started back on their own 14. Excuse me on that. Got it out to the 23, a 9-yard gain there on 1st down by Michael Kay. One of his longer runs of the afternoon. 2nd down and a yard. See if Mason can drive it all the way down the field on another long drive. Shotgun set, 1 receiver far side right. Hutchinson pump fakes. He's going to go deep down the sideline. Penalty flags fly, and I think it's going to be defensive holding on the outside.
Well, I don't think he looked back on that one, AJ. He just kept his head forward with his hands moving on the receiver.
Single coverage on Michael Kay. We'll see the call from the official.
Yep. You have to look back. You have to look back and try to field the ball.
Isaiah Coates, the guilty party on the defensive holding. 10 yards, automatic 1st down. Now Mason moves out to their own 33-yard line. Hutchinson breaks the huddle. Pistol set, 1 receiver far side right. Takes it. And the jet sweep play goes to number 30. And he has a big run. And
yep, here we go.
There's the hit.
Personal foul.
James Grace was on the run, and he got drilled after the fact. That might be an ejection.
What we got here?
So 15-yard penalty after the good run by Grace. And now Mason is going to be in Firebird territory to the 41.
James Grace, a 5'9" senior, another weapon they pulled out of their arsenal. We haven't seen him touch the ball tonight.
1st and 10, Comets on the Firebird 41. Pistol set. Hutchinson takes it, fakes the sweep to Buford, and gives it off to Michael Kay, who's going to spring forward inside the 25 to the 23-yard line. Another big run by Michael Kay and a 1st down.
They're trying to take the heart out of him, AJ. And with those 2 penalties, Lakota has made it easy for him. But Michael Kay, great balance, quick starter off the line, and we're going to have a timeout.
Lakota West will take their first time out of the second half with 5:26 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Again, Mason up 24-7, but driving after the turnover, on which their drive started on the 14-yard line. Wilmington 34, McLean 19, with 4:27 to play in the 3rd.
After last week, Wilmington needed a big game.
Yeah.
They needed a big game. They're getting exactly what they need. far as Mason, they look like they are just recharging all the time. They've got some good football coming up.
Yeah. I believe next week Mason hits the road again. They'll go to Hamilton, and then the big game on the 30th at Coleraine, followed by Fairfield on the 7th of October, the 14th at Lakota East, the 21st here at home for senior night against Princeton, and close the year on the 28th at Sycamore.
There are no pushovers in that group.
Nope, not in the GMC. The snap, the handoff to Sora, and that's one of the first times tonight Sora is going to get stood up for just a 2-yard gain to the 21. Second down and 8.
Sora kind of sets things up for Michael Kay.
Yeah.
He kind of sets it up for him. He gets the tough yards inside, and then they sweep to the outside or roll. Or we haven't seen Buford for a few plays.
Second and 8, under 5 to play here in the third.
They went to Croy a few times in the first half. Number 9. They have not went to him in the second half.
Hutchinson under center with the 2-back set, pitches it out to Sora on the right side, has some running room. Sora inside the 10, and is brought down at the 7. First and goal for the Comets.
Tough guy to get a clean shot at.
Yep. Not only is he, a big back that can run you over, but he's got speed, lightning speed on the outside.
He knows how to cut. He knows how to follow his blocking. He is a good, solid running back.
First and goal from the 7. Single back set. Hutchinson under center. There's Grace on the end around again, trying to get to the outside. Broke one.
Touchdown.
And it's a touchdown for the Mason Comets. This one, number 30, James Grace.
Second time he's touched the ball, touchdown. Had one good long run, got a penalty off of it, then takes the ball in for a touchdown. A player that I don't believe we saw in the first half.
I think he may have got one touch, maybe. Holler in to attempt the PAT as they line up like they're going to go for 2. That is the first touchdown by a Mason Comet that wasn't Mike Sora.
Like we said, Sora carries the load.
The hold, the kick, end over end, through the uprights and good. 4:08 left to play here in our third quarter. Mason now up 31-7 over the Firebirds of Lakota West. Here on your Week 4 high school football game of the week on CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports. And again, Wilmington up 34-19, the last score update we got from Rick and Joe.
There have been no huge plays.
No.
They have grounded out and, ran their offense, and they have had 4, down the field scores, plus the field goal. So, Mason has shown amazing consistency in their offense.
Yep.
And involved many people in it. It's a faceted offense, whereas Lakota just has stalled out time and time again, not using a lot of players, not really being able to open it up.
Peters and Robinson back to receive the kickoff from Holler. And there's the kick, another pooch kick. Bounces right into the arms of the Lakota West player. Out across the 30, 35, and knocked down at the 36-yard line. On the run back.
34.
34, Trayvon Ware. 4 minutes left to play here. First down and 10. Ball is on the Firebird 37-yard line. We'll have 3 receivers lined up near side, right, 1 far side, left. White's in the shotgun. Takes the snap, pump fakes, Has a couple men, but he's under pressure, gets away from it. Scrambling out to his left. Going to take off and run. And gets it out close to the line of scrimmage, I would say. Maybe got a yard or two. 2nd and 9.
Like to see him do that more often. Just take off.
Yeah.
Looks like we've got a knee injury here. He's limping pretty good on the right knee. Yeah, right leg.
Oh, wide receiver down here. .351 left to play. That was Robinson cramping up again. It'll be 2nd down and 9 from a 38-yard line. 31-7. Mason in the lead. Four wide receivers, 2 on each side. White's in the shotgun. Takes it. Joss back. Looking under pressure. Has to get away from it again. Still under pressure. White's going to have to run. Throws downfield, picked off, threw across his body, and it's intercepted, and he could go. And he spun out of bounds. Number 2, Jalen Johnson with the INT. You were going out of bounds. You probably should have just went out of bounds, and instead you threw across your body and got it picked off.
I think he just threw it up for grabs. I really don't think he had a receiver in mind. He was being hassled, and there you go.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Comets on the Firebird 25-yard line after I believe that's the 3rd turnover of the game for Lakota West. And now the Comets can make it a running clock in the 4th quarter with a score here. 2-back set. Hutchinson under center, takes it. There's Sora finding a hole. Michael Sora cuts it to the outside, the 20, the 15, inside the 10, and it's 1st down.
Sora showed some good speed there.
Got it out to the 10-yard line where it'll be 1st and goal.
I think the Lakota coach, he is really upset.
Single back set, it's Michael K. Grace in motion. They're going to hand it to him again. Same play that scored a touchdown last time. And he's going to get another one here. Touchdown, Mason.
Touchdown.
7-yard touchdown for Grayson. Now a 10-yard touchdown. And Mason on top, 37-7, pending the PAT.
Dakota looks a little confused, a little tired right now.
Holler in to attempt the PAT as they move from a 2-point conversion formation into the PAT set. There's a snap, kicks up and over end, and good. 3:21 left in the 3rd, 38-7. Mason running away with this one. And your Week 4 high school football game of the week on CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports. I don't know if the Firebirds have given up or not.
Well, definitely the momentum is with Mason. Everything's working for them. They're running everything they want to, and they have shown that they have plenty on the bench. Been very impressive. The number of people they've involved with their offense, and their defense. They're quick to the ball. They play smart. They just play very, very smart defense.
And now this game will be played with a running clock under OHSAA rules.
Let's see if they go with the squib kick again.
There's the squib again. But it's going to get picked up by Peters.
Oh!
And he's upended at the 25.
Anytime you leave your feet, it can be a difficult play. All right, let's see if Lakota, hey, for pride, let's go out and let's play, guys. You never know. Wouldn't be surprised to see some fresh faces in that Mason lineup now.
White brings the troops out. We do have a running clock. 4 wide receivers in the shotgun. White takes the snap, hands it off to Ware. Ware's only going to get a yard to the 26. Second down and 9. Two receivers, far side left, one near side right. Two tailbacks on each side of White. He takes it. He's going to hand it off to Robinson across the 30. Robinson's got a first down and more. Now down to the 40.
Nice run. Nice run. A lot of desire there. Robinson hasn't given up, I can tell you that.
No, and he's hurting too.
Yeah, he is hurting.
Surprised to still see him in the game with his leg issues right now.
He's got some leg cramps, but he's decided he wants to play. And he has been the workhorse for Lakota.
First and 10 from the 41. Two receivers, far side left, one near side right. White in the gun. Takes it, same play. They're going to hand it to Robinson again. Robinson putting this team on his back now. Nice gain out to the 47.
Something like we saw with Wilmington last week when they went to the Wildcat and ran Bogart, I believe it was.
Yeah. Second and 4. Wilmington is now up 41-19 with 10:55 left, so they're running away with it now. Shotgun set for Y. Takes it, hands it to Ware. Ware's got a first down in the Comet territory as he's brought down at the 47 of Mason. That will more than likely be the final play of our third quarter.
I think that was their longest run up the middle, AJ, tonight. Was what, 8 yards?
Yeah, it was about an 8-yard gain.
Yep.
Two receivers, far side left, one near side right, two back set, and that's going to do it for the quarter. At the end of 3, the Comets leading 38-7. We do have a running clock as long as the game stays within 30 points. Again, Mason leading 38-7 as we go to the fourth and final quarter. Team 55 for Mason, leading 38-7 over the Lakota West Firebirds. You're listening to Week 4 Game of the Week action on CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports. I'm AJ Ganger with Clayton Weaver and Roger the Dodger Thompson on our camera crew tonight, recording all of your action. It's been a long night for us, a long night for Rick and Joe. They're still in Greenfield right now. Going to be 1st and 10 to begin the 4th. 4 wide. Shotgun set. White takes it. Play action. Rolling to his right. Looking downfield. Fires. And this one's complete on the far side. Nice pass. And catch. Number 28 on the catch.
Howard.
DJ Robinson.
Robinson or 28?
That's Mason's roster.
Oh, okay.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. 2 near side left, 1 far side right in the gun. White takes it, jots back to pass again. This time he's going to go deep for the end zone. And Peters, incomplete. Good coverage. Single coverage there by the little corner, number 16, Jake Lang.
Good arm. Good arm. He threw the ball up about where he needed to.
Lang is 5'11", matched up with a 6'2", Peters, and he stayed with him stride for stride down the sideline at 2nd and 10.
I think that was the first time he's thrown any kind of long ball from the pocket.
Yeah, besides that one down here.
That's about it.
2nd down and 10 for the Firebirds. 2 receivers far side right, 1 near side left. White takes the snap. And tried a Statue of Liberty play.
That's dead.
That got knocked down. A D line right there just blew it up, and it's 3rd and 10. $10-10 left to play.
I'm sure Lakota would like to get another score. For pride's sake alone.
2 receivers near side left, 1 far side right in the shotgun on 3rd and 10. Obviously 4 down territory. White takes it under pressure, gets rid of it deep. Tried to go to Peters again. In again on coverage was Lang. He just kind of had to throw that one up, and he overthrew everybody. And it's 4th down, and this.
White took a pretty good shot that time. He really got nailed as he let go of it.
4th down for the Firebirds. I don't think they have a play clock with the running clock.
I don't believe so.
So it looks like they are going to attempt a field goal. 47-yard field goal.
47.
Number 5, Nguyen out to attempt it. From the right hash. He hasn't hit when he was practicing from this range. 47 yards. There's the snap. There's the kick, and it got tipped. And it's well short. At least they tried for points.
They tried.
I think it got tipped.
Well, if anything, it's good practice for later. I mean, set up for their field goal, and the ball was on target, but short. It did get tipped.
Mason's offense back out onto the field. New quarterback, number 12, Jake Harris. In the shotgun on 1st down. Takes the snap. Hands it off up the middle. Nice gain out to the 25. 5-yard pickup. I think that was number 27 on the run, Trey Knapp. And they are getting some of their backups in, so give me a few seconds to get the names down here. Harris in a pistol set again. 2nd and 5. Takes it. Hands it off. Nice run here. Number 22 is on the carry, Connor Gary, and he gets it all the way out to the 39-yard line. 1st down, Comets.
5'11" junior. He ran well. We have a
Ware's down on the field.
Ware's down.
And now they have to stop the clock. He's going to limp off.
He looks like he's got a hamstring problem.
Lakota West is beat up.
Yeah, they have taken. Mason has ran them all over the field. The time of possession has got to be.
Yeah, well in Mason's hand now.
Oh my! But you want to, the 3 games we've done, their possession of the ball is amazing.
Yeah.
They really keep the ball. Turnovers are low. Penalties are low. I mean, they're giving you everything that an offensive coordinator would want.
Harris is under center on 1st and 10. Takes it. There's the jet sweep on the left. 32 on the carry. Andrew McLean.
I don't think he knew if he was supposed to get that ball. AJ
It kind of surprised him.
Kind of surprised him. Danced around a little bit. Well, he hadn't been in there that much.
He still got 2 yards.
He got some positive yardage.
2nd down and 8. 6:45 and counting remaining. 38-7. Mason in the lead. Pistol set. 1 receiver out here near side right. Harris takes the snap. There's a counter play. This one, number 22, breaks free. That's Gary again into Firebird territory. And dragged down out of bounds at the 36 of Lakota.
Kind of looks like somebody else, doesn't he?
Yep. A little bit like Sora.
Again, though, their second team, well disciplined.
Yeah.
They know their offense, and they have weapons.
1st and 10 from the West 36-yard line. Pistol set. Harris is there. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Knapp. And ball is loose. Lakota says they have it. It's going to be maintained by Mason. Still got 5 yards. 2nd and 5. We're at 5:10 and counting left to play. Wilmington is up 48-19 with 8:38 left, so they'll have a running clock too. Actually, I don't think they're going to have a running clock. Did my math wrong there. 48-19. 29. Under center is Harris here on 2nd and 5. This one is going to go to the little guy, number 32 on the carry. McLean.
That same counter play.
Yeah.
Same counter play.
McLean gained 4. It's 3rd and 1.
Actually, the kind of game that Mason needs with the meat of their schedule coming up.
Yeah.
Something where they could run a lot of plays, a lot of offense, and really get ready for what's coming up.
And get their first stringers out in the 4th.
Absolutely. Yep, absolutely. Get some experience to people.
3rd and 1. Harris under center. Takes the snap. Hands a quick handoff up the middle. I don't think he got a yard. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage was Knapp. And it's 4th and a yard. That offensive line got blown up there, and we'll see what Mason does here on 4th down. You're going to go for it here on 4th and 1. Harrison the pistol. Takes it. Counter play again. Knapp got the first down and way more inside the 20. Down to the 16-yard line. 1st and 10, a gain of 9. Needed 1, you got 9.
I think if you're a Mason running back, you better run hard.
Yeah.
And they do.
Even though you're the backup.
It doesn't matter. If you want playing time, you're going to run hard.
Under 3 minutes now to play. Mason breaks the huddle. Harris under center, single back set is Knapp. One receiver, oh man.
Yeah, no.
Double motion.
Yeah, we're going back.
Illegal shift. Mason, that's 5 yards, so it's 1st and 15 back to the 21.
Actually, if they can keep it 38-7, it will be the least number of points that they have given up so far.
Lakota?
Yeah. Least number they had given up before tonight was 47 against Moeller.
Well, after seeing this Mason score against Moeller on Sunday, you knew this Mason team is for real.
Yeah, I mean, you're going up against a tough program.
9th ranked in the state.
Oh, my, yes.
Harris under center. And there's the jet sweep.
Oh.
And nothing doing on the jet sweep to number 32, McLean. 2nd and 15.
The Moeller program goes back to Jerry Faust, started the whole thing, and they haven't missed a beat since.
Right.
I mean, if Moeller has, I think the worst season they've had is 6-4. They still made the playoffs that year and still went to the regionals. So, you know, you talk about, I mean, they play schools from Texas. They play schools from Pennsylvania. I mean,
just like Wayne does every year.
Yes, Wayne has gotten into that type of scheduling.
It looks like Harris is going to line up in a victory formation under center and take a couple knees. There's the first one. Mason's sideline heading to the 50-yard line, and Firebirds will follow them.
Yeah, I don't know, you know, with Lakota and their quarterback situation, he's a good athlete.
Yes.
He may just be the best athlete they had to play the quarterback position, but, you know, he looks like he could be a tight end or a wideout or whatever, you know. So I don't know.
The clock's going to run out here, and the Mason Comets are going to go to 3-1 on the season, winning a very impressive game. You know, Lakota gave them a little scare in the beginning, but it was all Mason after that. Mason Comets 38, Lakota West Firebirds 7, and that's all she wrote. Mason Sora, 2nd straight year I've seen him play, and Hutchinson, the quarterback, 2nd straight year I've seen him play as well. Both guys, very impressive. Just all around this Mason football team this year, from going to 7-3 last year, now they're starting the year out 3-1. You got to say that it's going to be another great season for the Comets.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, the Moeller game, just kind of a little wake-up thing there, you know, hey, we can play with the big guys.
Yeah.
And, you know, we saw Vandalia last week, and we were very impressed with them. Well, I want to tell you, tonight we saw a really disciplined football team with a lot of weapons, you know, put it on Lakota. And, you know, Lakota has nothing to be ashamed of. They're a young team. They're a team that's rebuilding. But, you know, Mason is they're loaded for this year. I tell you what, they can beat a lot of teams.
Yeah.
Because their versatility, their defense is quick. They really play the ball well. They tackle well. Just a well-coached team. Lakota, again, young, inexperienced, and they have some players that might not be in the positions that they're meant for. Okay, you know, they've had to do what they have to do. But we did see a run back for 99 yards. That was exciting. And at that time, the game was, you know, a game. But Mason, you know, when you drive the length of the field, time of possession was 5-1 in favor of Mason. And that pretty much says it all. And
again, our final score here tonight, Mason 38, Lakota West 7. stay tuned tomorrow night. Wilmington College football action as the Wilmington Quakers host the Otterbein Cardinals. Wilmington 0-1 after dropping their first game at Bluffton and went into the bye week last week. So stay tuned. Joe Davis, Rick Phillips will have the call at 6:30 with the kickoff at 7 tomorrow night on CampusNation.com. Also stay tuned for next week's schedule. We have Fairmont against Beaver Creek. Beaver Creek traveling to Kettering to take on the Firebirds. And also Wilmington traveling to Hillsboro to take on East Clinton, I think. No, it's Hillsboro. Wilmington traveling to Hillsboro to take on the Indians as well. Our last score update from Rick was Wilmington 48 and McLean 19. Again, it was 38-7 here. You were listening to live Week 4 high school football game of the week action. I'm A.J. Ganger. With me was Clayton Weaver and Roger the Dodger Thompson. And as always, we say good night.